Hello, this is Brian Vandenberg with SEO Webmaster Designers. Today we're going to do a little work in WordPress. If you open your WordPress and log in under your dashboard here, this is your dashboard, and you look under your settings, you'll see you have a title that says, mine says SEO Webmaster Designers. When you build a page, what it's going to do is it's going to tag this on the end of it. It's going to also put a pipe in front of it. So I wanted to tell you that because you'll see when I start building the page what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're going to go under Pages. We're going to go under Add New. And what I did was I copied to a clipboard all the text that I want to put in this page. So what I'm going to do is in the body of the text, I'm going to paste the entire thing, which is right there, which is Command V. And then up here you can see this is the title that I want to use. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to paste it up here, and you can see this is a pipe. The pipe is right above your return key on the right side of your keyboard. It's not the slanted one, it's the straight up. This is what works the best with SEO, with search engine optimization. I noticed that these show up before anything else, like a dot or a forward slash or anything like that. The pipe seems to be the best thing to use. Alright, now down to the body of the text. The first thing you want to do before you put any photos in here, I noticed, is to put the text in first, because if you put the photo in, it messes around with the formatting and such. So if we wanted to like maybe let's say change this to a bolder thing, we can go under paragraph and we can change it to a heading, like a heading 4. You can see which made it bolder. When you have text that's below it, though, you need to do a hard return and then select a different type of font. If you don't do a hard return, you'll see that it'll actually make it all the same like it just did there. But if I do a hard return, and if I select everything down here and I go under here and I go back to paragraph, it'll put it all back to the way it was before. Okay, now we want to add a photo. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to come up here and it says Upload Insert, and you'll see Add Media. I'm going to go there and I'm going to select that, and it's going to ask me where I want to select it from. Do I want to select it from my computer, from a URL, or from my media library? Now once these photos are loaded in, they'll be in your media library. But for now I need to load it from my computer. So I'm going to go find the file, which I'm going to choose right here. I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to see that the name of the pictures I want is called Gyms. I'm going to open that, and then I'm going to hit upload. Now whatever size of the photo you have, it's going to show you right here in the dimensions. It's 350 by 350, which is exactly what I want it. What it's calling for is a medium 300 by 300. That's the default, but I can select to my full size and then go back and forth and adjust this. You could also see in here that I'm going to name the title my spelling's not too good today. Jimmy Krauthamel. I don't need any alternate text or description. This way, if someone looks them up, you'll also see a picture that will end up in your SEO, and it'll have this name, and you'd be able to search by that and possibly find the website. Also, you can see I can select none. I can put it on the left side, which you can see here. It's showing you on the left or on the right or the center or the right. Or I can choose it as a thumbnail or whatever. But I'm going to go with the full size, and then I'm going to go down and I'm going to say Insert into Post. Now, it put it in here, and I can see just from the size of it that it's gigantic. And maybe I did that on purpose just to show you, which I did. Now I can go in here, now that the photo's in, and I can either get rid of it, or I can go in and I can make an adjustment here. If I go under here, I can go down to 70%. I can do 60%. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a 70%, and I'm going to say Update. Okay, and then I'm also going to go in here and I'm going to go under Advanced Settings. Now here is where you can put a border around it. a lot of these have default borders. You'll notice they'll put 5 or a 5 border or a 4 border. If you want no border, you need to put a 0 in there, which would be right here. But I do want to let it go on the default, so I'm going to leave it at 5. Now, vertical space is obviously up and down. I want some space underneath the bottom of the photo, but I want it parallel with the top. So I'm going to do a vertical space of, let's say, 4. Now, when I do that, you can notice in here it said the top 4 and the bottom 4. Well, I don't want the top, so I'm just simply going to get rid of that part. And then I'm going to have some horizontal space, and I'm going to go with a 5. And it's going to do the same thing. Well, I already want the margin to be on the left. So I'm going to get rid of all this, and I'm just going to have a space in between them. Okay, so now I've done my adjustment on my photo. If I come down here, now you have to go to update. Otherwise, you're going to do all that work for nothing. So I'm going to update it, and now my photo is in and my text is in. It's not going to look like this. It's going to look a little different. You'll see when I say publish. So now I'm going to publish it. Okay, and then I'm going to do view page. Now I'm looking at the page here, and I could see that it has a nice 5 border around it, and I actually like the wrap on that. I think the photo is too big though, so now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do an edit. Okay, I'm going to go back to the photo again. I'm going to push on the picture, and I'm going to go down to 80%. Okay, and then I'm going to do an update. And then I'm going to update the page. Okay, you let this thing load. You'll see it loading up here. Once it's loaded, I can go to view page, and I can look at the page, what it looks like. And all right, now I like that. I think that looks a lot better. I like the wrap. I like the space underneath here. You can see the border. I also could, if I wanted to, make a link from that page. Now, if I clicked on the photo itself, and you can see up here, there's a link that I can actually pick it and say, okay, I want it to go to, let's say this right here, this professional voiceovers. So if someone clicked on that, anything within the site is going to show up down below, and you can select the page, or you could actually go up here and do a select all and put in whatever URL you want it to link to. So that's 2 ways to make a link. You can also do a link that way with your text. If I wanted to link this to, let's say, Google, I can actually underline it. I can go here, click on it, and say, all right, I want to go to www.google.com. Okay, and then I can also select open a new window. Now, open a new window is going to let it open a whole new screen, so you're not losing your user. You would want to do this if you're going to an exterior website, but if you're going to an interior website, you probably just want to jump to the page. Okay, and then if I do add link, I can see now that it's highlighted, and it made it into the default color for my links. Okay, also on the bottom of this page, you'll see that there's all-in-one SEO pack, which I install on all my clients' websites, which is a great thing. What you want to do is you want to put the title in here. You want to match the title that we have. Okay, so we're going to take this, copy this, and underneath the title, we're going to put that in here. One of the best things I found for doing description, and it doesn't want you to use more than 160 characters, is to actually go and get the best page, or the best text that's going to be represent, and it's going to be probably 2 sentences. I'm going to look through here, and the reason why this is overriding is because I have my screen smaller so you can see it. Otherwise, you'll see it bigger on your page. And I think I want to pull this right here because I like the MSNBC in there. And that's a good thing for a search engine to look for. So I can copy this here. Okay, these 2 sentences, or 1 long sentences, as long as I don't exceed the description here, in which I'll paste it, and I can see it's only 126. Don't exceed this characters, because it will, when people do a search, it'll only show up what's in here, but if you exceed it, it's going to leave them in the middle of nowhere, and they're not going to know what it's for. So don't exceed the amount of characters when it says you can only have 160. And then for keywords, you know, I want to put in words like, and these have to be within the words on the page. So I can put page ranking. I can put Google. Okay, and this is something else that you only want to put 5 or 6 words in here. You don't want to go through there and rip all your words out. Just the more important ones that are going to be searchable. Like here is in where he worked. We want to do more like, let's say, we want to do something on writing. Writing articles. How about writing articles? Okay. Compound are good. If you can do 2 or 2 word phrases, it's good. It's better than single word phrases. You want to put a comma between each one of these. You'll notice a space and then a comma then a space. So I'm going to just pick out 2 more words in here. Okay, here's a word that you don't know what it is, but it's a word backlink, which is something I want to relate to this. So I'm going to put that in here also. Okay, and I'm going to get one more up here. Let's go up here and see. Let's say important. Let's say, let me see. Okay. How about currently publishing? Okay. So if he's looking for a writer, they want to know that he's currently publishing. Copy. Okay. And I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do here. Do a space. Okay. I could see it didn't put a space in there. Put my space in. Okay. That's pretty much what we're going to do with this page. We're going to hit publish. Okay, or update, I'm sorry, which it did say publish, but then we're going to go to view page, and we'll be able to see that the text that is there, the SEO words are all in the page. That program, All-in-One SEO, does that for you. And then if I hit Google, you'll see that it'll actually open up the Google page, and it's going directly to it. So if I go back, I can go get away from it. If I wanted that to show up as a separate page, I would actually have to go back and say, okay, I want Google. Okay, there's my link. I'm going to hit my link, and I would have to hit this window, open link in new window tab, update. Okay, so now if I go update it, I can go back and view the page. And we'll see if I hit this, it actually opened another tab. You can see it opened another tab, another page, and it went right to Google. Okay, so that's basically building a page. Remember, you can move your photo on the left, on the right. You can put photos down lower. Make sure you do your all-in-one SEO, and make sure you title your page. Don't make the title on your page too long, because there's a certain amount of characters you can put in with that. And I can tell you we're just about exceeding it, because my key title is SEO Webmaster Designers, and then I have articles and Jim Crouthamel. What I would want to do is do a search on it and make sure it all appears. And if I have to, I can go back and erase part of it. I might erase Jim Crouthamel or just erase articles. Okay, that's all we got today from SEO Webmaster Designers.com. This is Brian Vandenberg. Have a great day.